In 2010, Zambia sold one of the most strategic national assets, not a mine, not land, but communication itself. Zamtel, the country's state-owned telecommunications company, was sold to a Libyan firm in a deal meant to modernize the sector and push Zambia forward. 2 years later, a new president reversed that decision. What followed was a legal battle that would cost the country hundreds of millions of dollars. This is the Zamtel story. Zamtel was more than a telecom company. It controlled key infrastructure, fixed lines, mobile services, and international gateways. But by the late 2000s, Zamtel was falling behind. Technology was outdated, coverage was limited, private competitors were moving faster. The government believed privatization was the solution. Foreign investment would bring capital, expertise, and efficiency. In 2010, the state sold 75% of Zamtel to LabGreen Networks, a Libyan company backed by the Libyan government. The price was about $257 million. On paper, it looked like progress. Almost immediately, the deal raised eyebrows. Questions were asked about the bidding process, whether proper procedures were followed, and whether LabGreen met all the requirements. Civil society groups criticized the sale. Opposition politicians called it rushed and suspicious. Despite the concerns, the deal stood. Then Zambia went to the polls in 2011.
I, Ernest Linus Sakara, being the returning officer for the election to the office of the President, do hereby declare Michael Chirufyasata to be duly elected as President of the Republic of Zambia this 23rd day of September 2011.
Michael Sata won the presidency on a strong anti-corruption message, promising to review what he called questionable deals made by the previous government. Zamtel was high on his list. In January 2012, President Sata acted. The government cancelled the Zamtel sale. Officials said the transaction was illegal and against national interest. Zamtel's board was dissolved, and the state took back control of the company. To many Zambians, it felt like justice, a leader standing up for public assets, a correction of a bad deal. But outside Zambia, investors were watching closely. LabGreen took the matter to international arbitration. The company argued that Zambia had violated investment agreements and unlawfully seized its asset. The case dragged for years. Eventually, international courts ruled against Zambia. The government was ordered to pay hundreds of millions of dollars in compensation, with figures later cited at around $380 million. By then, the cost of reversing the deal had far exceeded the money Zambia received from the sale. Supporters of the reversal say the sale was fundamentally flawed and that national sovereignty should never be compromised. Critics argue the decision was politically popular but emotionally reckless. They say Zambia could have renegotiated the deal instead of cancelling it outright. The Zamtel case became a cautionary tale about governance, about investor confidence, and about the long-term costs of short-term political wins. If you want more context on the stories or topics we cover, and access to our personal finance ebooks tailored for Zambia, visit devsofzambia.com. You can also support the project by leaving a donation on the site.